Hello, we are live with today's stream. So I'm just going to share that on all the social medias and then we'll hop into the game. It is Sunday morning, so we're doing some Animal Crossing for the turnip market and such, as well as just, our normal daily stuff. And let's just hop right in. Alright, Snake, we have to actually, that's actually a good reminder. Briefly start with Samantha. Let's see, 9:44, Trantor, March 6th. Yeah, that's all accurate. I'm really glad Snake was here to remind me that, well, Snake is here and we need to get our letter from him. So let us... First of all, just get rid of any junk mail in here, and then confirm that there is indeed... There shouldn't be a new villager right now. Lucy, Boris, Ozzy, Limburg, Lulu, Mint, and Snake. Awesome. Just confirm that there is indeed a letter in the post office. So it was raining yesterday, so we are going to have gyroids in town, in addition to our fossils. There's a letter. It's from Snake to Samantha. Excellent. That's all I needed to know. Now I can switch to Rick and go about our normal business. So, clearly I didn't start at 8 a.m. like I intended. In fact, we're actually later start today than we were last Sunday. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So we're probably not going to be able to get a full 5 sets of turnips today, but we'll see how many we do end up getting. Okay. Like I think said at some point or whatever, like buying so many turnips will be also a lot, doing turnip stuff will be a lot easier once we're done getting all the music, and then at that which point we don't need to be doing both Saturday evening and Sunday morning streams. So that'll definitely make things easier. And that'll be just another, what, 17 more. 17 more Saturdays. Tom Nook with the Jade Econo chair, letter from home. Pterodon something with a skull or a wing? Skull, yeah. HRA, Amber, and Trilobite. Okay, on the message board, nothing new. Then let us go begin our exploration of the town. Let's see what we can see, find what we can find. Specifically keeping our eyes open for 5 fossils, also then 3 gyroids, and here's the first one of them. I guess fossil? No, gyroid. Gargaloid. Is that one that we need for Jonathan's house, or can we just sell that one? Oh, we do actually need that one for Jonathan's house. For the moment, I'll put it over here so we don't accidentally sell it. Then onwards and forwards we go. Also need to keep our eyes open for Joan, and for all our villagers, and for weeds, money rock, glowing spot, all the standard jazz. Let's talk. Yes. I know already. I do think I'm so smart. Yeah. Yeah. It's all about getting it expensive enough to make a profit, but not so expensive that people are unwilling to buy it. So how's everyone doing today? Hopefully you're having a good Sunday, good weekend, all that jazz. Hey, Snake. Good morning to you too. Grab life by the horns. Good stuff, buddy. I know how to fish snake. I've caught literally every species of fish in the game. I think I think I know a thing or two about fishing. And Aussie, I mean, gnarly story. Ooh, is this what cockroaches? I know you're referring to. Yep, cockroaches. Oh, and now you're all sad thinking about cockroaches. Well, he asked if I wanted to hear the story. He didn't have to. He didn't have to tell me the story and remind himself of what happened. Okay. Anyone? Is Lindbergh around? No. Yes, he was right here. Just leave him behind this tree. As he does. A lot of villagers do sometimes in the morning. You find them sleeping outside. Okay. Whether they were there all night or if they, got up or were walking in their sleep. Ooh. Probably fossil. Fossil number 1. Tons of fun. Okay. I got 100 bells at some point. I also don't even remember doing that. Finish off this woodcut paper. Load up the thick paper and the maple leaf paper. And put the fossil in the letter. Okay. And we have Nooks, where I guess we don't need to check turnip price today since it's Sunday, so he won't have turnip prices. In order to check turnip prices here, obviously we have to find Joan to check her turnip prices today. $6,500. Oh, I'm sure I will come again. I don't have more stuff to sell. Ooh, we got stationery in the dump. And a piece of clothing. Just honestly, it's weird being at a point of the game where stationery is just more exciting to find than clothing. Ooh, gyrite paper at that. Fine at random. Obviously there's still 3 pieces of clothing I need, but that's for 2 from Gracie and 1 from Jingles, so we're not going to be finding those in the dump or the lost and found or anything like that. Mint around? Apparently. Inside? Or did I just miss her outside? Ah, she is inside. Good morning, Mint. What's up? I write letters. How dare you? I'm a wonderful writer. Weed. on the first quadrant of town. Ooh. Probably fossil? No, second gyroid. A tall umbloid. Is that one that we need for Jonathan's house? No, if it's a regular umbloid, then yes, but not a tall one. So that one we can just sell. There's only one more gyroid left in town. But there's still another 4 fossils. Okay, we already talked to Snake. And yeah. So probably fossil? Yeah, fossil number 2. How about you? So 3 more fossils and another gyroid, or berry somewhere down, plus there's a glowing spot somewhere, and the money rock somewhere. Going on is Katrina tomorrow, right? Yeah. Okay. And anything lost? 1 lost item. Okay. Just clothing. A new spring shirt. Sure. We'll say that's mine. Sounds like a good call. Okay. Might this be the money rock? I don't know if we dig randomly next to it. Nope. Not the money rock. Somewhere. Somewhere indeed. But where? Oh, well, there's Joan. Let's see, what do we got for turnip prices? I know already. 99, okay. Turnips. So Trantor price is 99. I'll go check my other towns and see if any of them are better than that yet. And decide where we're going to be buying them. Ooh, probably fossil number 3, just for me. So as we're just finishing off the second quadrant, so this side, this half of the river, we've got 3 fossils and 2 gyroids. It's more than half of those things, so that's good. So we just need to find the remainders over on this half of the river, presumably. Oh, another sleeping villager. Morning, buddy. I don't know how long you've been sleeping there. I just found you. But you could have been there for hours. So many hours. Lulu, we already talked to. Snake we already talked to. How are things? Everything is perfect. Trantor is a very lovable place. That's right, it is. That is right. Oh. Joan, I'm going to need you to walk away so I can check if this is the money rock. Thank you. It's not the money rock. Carry on. Weed. Another weed. Huh, nothing in this quadrant. So we're still missing 2 fossils and a gyroid. Good to know, good to know, good to know. Nothing. And the money rock and the glowing spot. Got the money rock. Also, it's 10 o'clock. Okay. Good to know, good to know, good to know. Ooh. Fossil number 4. Just one more. Let's go. Keep it up. Okay, and so one more fossil, one more gyroid, and the glowing spot we still need. So we have one more villager to talk. Oh, well, here's the glowing spot. So two more, or one more fossil, one more gyroid, one more villager to talk to, plus any remaining weeds. I believe it feels like I pulled a lot of weeds already today, so I'm not sure if there's much left. Board. Yes. Of course. Okay. Final fossil or final gyroid? Final fossil. Fossil number 5, we're alive. So one more gyroid still left. But we finished off pile of fossils. And here's our last gyroid. Mega Fizzoid. Is that one that Jonathan needs? Fizzoid, no. Doesn't need any Fizzoids. Already has them all. Awesome. Awesome possum. Alrighty then, let's go send the mail and then start checking our other towns for turnip prices. I guess we'll also sell that junk I have in my inventory, but then, you know, then. more to send. Hey, Pete. Keep up the good work. Telly, you keep up the good work too. Thank you for your assistance. Okay. I like to sell this junk you see. I'd like to sell this junk from me. Okay, we'll put the other gyroid in my gyroid, and then we'll start exploring our other towns. And yeah. Store an item. Giveaway. Awesome. Let us go to Novum, I think. Let's go. Onwards and forwards. To Novum we go. Onwards and forwards, wouldn't you know? Onwards and forwards. Well, that's what we do. Okay, let's just make sure that it is Novum. I mean, yeah. Obviously we'll know. Yeah, Novum. Excellent. I saw worst case scenario, we would know when we get there which town it is. Have we been to Novum yet with Rick? I don't think we actually have yet, so we won't actually have a map when we get there, so that's good to be aware of. But it's fine. Everything is fine. How long has it been? A couple of days. Okay. Well, so then we're going to be trying today. I think we can go. I don't think we actually need to return to Trantor between. I think we can actually go from one town to another. So what we're going to do when we're ready to leave Novum is just swap out the memory card slot A and then travel to one of the other towns directly from here. I think that's a thing we can do. Yeah, we do not have a map of this town yet. So, okay, we're gonna actually, yeah, we're gonna go grab a map first, and then we'll come back up here and figure out our actual plan of attack. Assuming I can find my way. Yes, here we go. It's around here somewhere. Here? Ah. Yeah. Need a map. There we go. Much better. And also, any goings let's just find that out now. Okay, red. That's not too exciting, but good to be aware of. March 8th. That's Tuesday. Just bring up my turnip list right away, since that's what we're going to be needing to deal with next. Anything lost? Oh, 4 lost items. Might as well go grab those now. So furniture, maple bonsai, 7-ball shirt, fresh shirt, and tarm top. Okay. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so now we're gonna go back up to the top, because we're gonna be doing like figuring out the exact like best route to take through the town, which, you know, makes sense to start from the train station since that's where we come in. So we start here. I'm thinking. Makes sense to go around, like, just go straight this way. Don't know that Joan can be by the post office. Don't think I've ever seen her by the post office, but don't know that for certain. We come down here, little glowing spot. Then we'll go across this way. Check around down here. Continue on this way. Check the message board. That's not new. This acre, and then from here is where we'll go up to the dump. We'll grab the classic clock and the shirt. Do a quick run around the outside, and then over here to Nook's acre. All 3 of those trees died, unsurprisingly. Okay, we can go sell the junk we have. Go sell this junk. Oh, a lot of junk we have. Not worth a lot, but there was a lot of it. Okay, and then we go down here. Again, and now I think we just go all the way across to the left, 1 acre at a time until we can't go any further. Yeah. Pretty decent route to take. Kick that basketball because, you know, why not? River is. So we go down here and come back along this way. I got a pretty decent route for this going through this first quadrant of town, which is also like the biggest quadrant of town. poke down here. So sad that there can't be a house over there. That'd be a good spot for a house. And for this quadrant... yeah, okay, so I'll go down. Okay, so from here we go down to the dock. Right there. Then we go all the way to the river. And up here. Double back and check out police station, which we already checked. Oh, well, we're already here, so we don't need to check for lost and found and the visitors, which is what we would normally be doing, but we still need to check. I didn't really do a full look around the acre. We go up here. Get along here. Here and quickly poke our head up here and back down to the bridge. Okay, so from here, check out this acre. And follow along river this way, then along the ocean, and here's Joan. Minority. 103, so far we're buying in Trantor. Okay, so then we'll just finish checking along. Yeah, no Gulliver. Yeah, because then where we were going was up here, over here, here. And this final acre will be quick, super easy. Here. Yeah, so that's Novum kind of figured out. Novum actually has a very decent layout for doing a complete run through of it. Just going to quickly swap memory cards, so we're going to try traveling directly to different towns without returning to Trantor first and see if that works, which I think it should. Because that will save us a lot of time. Okay. Yep. Okay, awesome. Onwards, now we're going to Custodes. Check the turn prices there. And do we also need to check the visitor there? Custodes. No. Custodes Katrina would have shown up yesterday, and she will still be there, because she would have come at 9 p.m. yesterday, and it's going to be there at 9 p.m. today, so Custodes we don't have to worry with the visitor. The next visitor is going to be. And the fact that it's Katrina is also something we don't need to worry about, because, like, if we run into her, we can maybe ask for our fortune, but if we don't, then we don't. Fine. Wait, fruit. Oh! Dialogue is different if you travel direct. If you travel between two towns that aren't your own. We'll have to actually keep an eye on that, because I haven't really done that before. Okay, what's our path through this town? Okay, I think that's what we want to do. So that was what? Start here, go that way, up, and then all the way down. Okay, so start by going to the river this way. Then we go all the way down, down to the, we're stopped again by the river. Then we go this way, just check out this acre, then head back up, and then around. Okay. Then if we go here, check out this acre. March 3rd. Yeah, we found that already. And then all the way down. Oh, well, here's Katrina, so might as well get our fortune. Just, you know. Top of mountain, happy bouncing sports coop will be making faces. That's what I see. Means some good things, some bad things, yeah. Just a generic one. So that doesn't really change anything. At least it's not a bad one like the constant tripping one. That's really annoying. But I was hoping it would be like, you know, the money one, and then, you know, if we found the glowing spots in our towns while going on, then we'd be able to get a bit more money. I really need somebody to move in here. This is an amazing spot for a house. Okay, so go over here. And just work our way all the way up to Nooks. Let's just do a quick look around. Which actually I don't have anything to sell, do I? I don't actually need to come in here. That was just force of habit. Okay. Now we'll have stuff to sell, but we can sell that on our way out. Rather than doubling back immediately. So now we just go down until we hit the cliff. and then go back this way and go down the ramp. Okay, so then this acre, probably go like that. Well, that's a really nice one. So we're doing it row by row. Say hi to Copper. Oh, do I? Yeah. Katrina. We already saw her. Already did. I mean, her prediction was like super vague. Some good things may happen, some bad things may happen. Like, I could predict that myself. Nothing lost. Okay. Give me a nice prediction. Tell me where exactly I'll find Joan. That would be much more useful. Okay. I mean, we know she's somewhere in town, so it's just a matter of exploring until we find her. Wherever she might be. Whatever she might be doing. Okay. Is she perhaps along the coast then? Perhaps, perhaps not. We'll just... I mean, the coast is a frequent place to find Joan. I would say that's one of the more frequent places to find her. I'm not sure if that's just like confirmation bias. Okay, and then here... Yeah. Up and down. So go column by column. Just they're very... Ooh, glowing spot. Small columns. 1,000 bells. Oh, there's Bill. Ah, here's Joan. 9 already. 78. Ooh, so we might be buying them here in Custodes. Good to know. 78. Okay, that's all we need to check here. Well, we'll check if the culvert's here as well. Might as well. He is not. Okay. I don't know how much turnips we're actually going to end up buying today, though. But today is very much, you know, not from we started late, but then it's also very much an experimental day because we're experimenting with the whole traveling without returning to our hometown. And speaking of which, I'm gonna swap memory cards again, and we want to go to Winnipeg next, I think. We're currently Custodes. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter which town we went to next. I was just figuring we'll go up the list from the bottom. Oh, I still have to sell these 2 shirts first. Next over here. I wonder if there's a limit to how many other towns you can have maps for. Like, are we eventually going to find that, you know, we'll get a map and it'll overwrite one of our old maps? That's something that I am curious about. I mean, at the moment we have what? Obviously our own town, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional towns, so 6 total. But your own town, you get the map, like, in the initial thing. In the initial setup stuff. Okay. There's other towns now to get probably the copper, but it's like, is there? Do you just have? In theory, there's. Would there have to be a limit though? Because technically, it's not like you're like storing the map information like separately each time. You're just storing the one little thing that says this character has the map, but the map itself will be stored with the town data anyway. So, like, depending on how that's done, like, it could be easily done so that, yeah, kind of infinite, like, not infinite space, but, like, it would take up so little room that it wouldn't really matter. Unless it got, like, to really ridiculous levels. Like, impossibly, like, not technically impossible, but essentially impossible levels, I would assume. Okay, let's actually look at his dialogue here, because apparently it's different when we're traveling directly from between two towns that aren't ours. Rick, yes, we meet again. Aren't we the busy little traveler? So are you. Huh? Will me busy? Oh no, not I think we're not supposed to really busy. Can't tell you why. He is a mob hitman. Alright, so Winnipeg Winnipeg just was trying to have a good little good-natured fun with you. Well, there's always next time, alright? Take care, see you later. I'm glad that we did this, aside from the saving the time, just the fact that we get to see new dialogue from Rover. It's awesome. Okay. What's our... Probably just do a quick there and then... Yeah, so we'll do a quick check over here. No, then we go across all the way to the left edge of town. We don't have anything to sell, so we don't have any reason to go in Nooks quite yet. Ooh, we got some stationery though. That's awesome. Some airmail paper. And also this, which we will sell later. Standing stone. And we want to go all the way down. Yeah, all the way down. Well, to the cliff. Not down over the cliff, though. It's not a thing you can do, at least not in this game. Then we go over one. Just check out this acre. Then we're going to want to go up from here, though, right? Yeah. Then we go here, we'll check the message board. Nothing new. That's from the 27th. That's from like actually a little while ago already. From here we go all the way down. Once again. Acres like this that are like split by the cliff or the river. Oh, here's John already. Nice, because when you can stand a spot where you can see both like the edge of the cliff and the actual side of the acre, you have less chance of accidentally missing somebody. Ooh, 122. So right now it's still looking like we're going to be buying in Custodes, and then maybe selling in Winnipeg. That'd be nice. Okay, what else do we need to do here? We'll quickly go check the beach the Lost found in. Yeah, actually, do we need to check who the next visitor is going to be? believe so. Oh, there's Joan again. Ooh, glowing spot. Check for Gulliver. The reason I believe so is because I know one of those Thursdays is like next week Thursday, the other two were this past Thursday. I'm pretty sure Praetorus is the one that's next Thursday, but I'm not 100% certain. Okay, so let's go find out what Copper says. Goes on. Okay, yeah, so this is one of the ones that was, so red. Where are my Gracie visits, though? March 8th, so that's Tuesday. And do you have anything lost? Lost? No. We do have something to sell, though, yes. Right up this way. So the cliff is here, then we immediately go over here. Yeah, because I've definitely gone where I go like up a bit further, because I assume the bridge is over here, so I come out like over here, and I'm like, where's the bridge? It's down here. So the map isn't always like, you know, it just shows the general stuff, not the exact specifics. Okay. Let's go back to the turnip thing. I'd like to sell the standing stone. I'd like to sell to you, my friend. Okay. So next we want to go to Meltork 4. Okay. Give me a second to swap that out. Traveling. It's only going to get worse as we get even more towns. Which is why I do really need to get better about actually starting not just on time, but an earlier time. Because, like, we're probably only going to have about an hour for actually buying turnips today, so we'll see how that goes. Now the question is, how much different dialogue does Rover here have for when we're traveling between two towns that are not our own? We saw one last time, which also gave a choice, and I don't know if that choice was, the other choice was the thing we saw the time before. I saw the ant thing about like fruit smuggling or whatever. I wasn't really paying attention because I was expecting it to just be dialogue I've seen 1,000 times already. We meet again. Okay, starting off the same. Are we the busy little traveler? That's correct. You were just in Winnipeg and now you're headed for Meltork 4. Not smuggling anything. Are you... Now, I'm just kidding you. A grand old time imagine you as a fruit smuggler who pulled in Meltor Port. Okay. So, looks like he did just the one dialogue with a single choice that goes one way or the other. Although that being said, that dialogue also feels a lot quicker than the dialogue you get traveling to or from your main town. So that also seems to save time that way. Okay, Meltor 4, we start our exploration by running this way and then come back. We just have a little strip before the river that we want to check, just why we quickly go that way first. Some gyroid paper and exotic screen. Did we also get gyroid paper? Yes, we do have gyroid paper there as well. Which I think we did get today, so that's, yeah, just adding to my theory about, you know, the day of the week or the date or something having an effect on the RNG, such that, you know, I find certain things multiple times in a day. Let's sell those two things. 602. Game auto's a little out of sync. Yeah, it was definitely a little out of sync. Yeah, if when I, let's see, yeah, when I turn it off, if like the audio continues for just a little longer than the video, that's the way I know it's like, oh yeah, I was definitely right about being out of sync. If it doesn't seem to, it still might be slightly out of sync. It just, because sometimes it's close enough that's hard to tell. That time I could clearly tell. So how's everyone doing with today? Hopefully you're having a good Sunday, a good weekend, if indeed it is your weekend, and indeed it is your Sunday. Like some people it might be Monday already, depending on where in the world you are. Carmen, San Diego. Anything on the message board? Pretty sure we found whatever that was already. It's for the 3rd, and we're on the 6th, so hopefully we found it, whatever it was already. Okay. Oh, there's Joan. Didn't even need. So she was actually the final quadrant, and actually, that's the road I normally take for going through that quadrant. No, it's like that. Yeah, so not quite at the end, but near the end, but luckily we saw her over the side of the cliff. So that's it, gave some definite time. Ooh, 77, that's even better than Custodes. Which is also kind of nice that it's in... Well, actually, it's really nice that it's in this... Well... Yeah, we'll do a quick check for visitors. It's nice that it's one of my towns that I already have 4 characters in. So we don't have a repeat of the incident where, you know, I created... where are we? We're in... Oh, we're Meltor 4. Maybe I was missing a Meltor 4. It's March 10th. That's Thursday, right? Okay, so maybe it was Meltor 4 that was this week. So then Praetorus is the one that we still need to find out who the next visitor is going to be. Okay. Good to know. Good to know. What was I saying? Yeah, the incident where we created... Actually, the town... Oh, was it when we created Jennifer in this town? Or... Well, we created a 4th character in one of my towns and had all the money I had in front of the train station and went to the Lost and Found. Well, almost all of it. Some of it just disappeared because there wasn't room for all of it at the Lost and Found. But we don't want a repeat of that incident when I end up creating... I mean, because now we know about that... when I create characters, additional characters in Anime Towns, I'd make sure to move the money out of the train station acre first, if there was any, but yeah. But this town already has 4 characters, so we don't have to worry about that. Oh, so we can just swap the memory card one more. We need to visit one more town to check, so just give me a moment to swap memory cards again. That's getting a bit confusing because I'm just like, okay, wait, which memory card do I need to switch out this time? That's the one advantage of, like, just, you know, always traveling back to your main town first. Is it's a lot easier because there you just always keep your main town in the slot A and then switch out what's in slot B, which is the town you're going to. Whereas here I'm going back and going from town to town to town to town, so I keep swapping whether I'm swapping the memory card in A or B, and it's like, which one do I need to swap this time again? I haven't messed up yet, but especially when I get up to, like, you know, 18 towns, and it's just gonna be like, okay. But it saves so much time. I may do a test at some point. What happens if I do swap the wrong memory card? If Porter's just like, you know, we can't save to this town because the memory card's missing or something like that. I imagine it's gonna be a dialogue, something like that. So it's, but I'd rather test it not when I'm in the middle of doing turnip stuff like right now. It was also good to know this is the case for if I end up having to sell turnips from, you know, because previously it's pretty much always been, you know, either selling turnips within the same town or like selling turnips from a main town to secondary town, or selling turnips from secondary town main town. Here it could be any, like, you know, I mean, obviously I was saying, like, as of right now, the prices, we know we want to be buying in Meltwork 4 and then selling in Winnipeg. Hopefully. I'm a fruit smuggler. Yes. Turnip smuggling. Okay. What do we do as our exploration for this town? Like that. Okay. So we do the quick check over here, just because otherwise, yeah, just, or actually, no matter what we have to do, we'll have to do something where we run into an acre, then run back out the same way. So, oh wait. Yeah, when I was playing as Jonathan the other day, but I didn't go to the dump then, so, because I didn't travel here with Rick to check the dump, and then when I played as Jonathan, I didn't come to the dump, so that's why there's 4 things in there, 2 for today, 2 for the other day. That makes sense. Dollars and cents. Good day, Mr. Nook. I've got some stuff to sell. Good day, Mr. Nook. I hope you're doing well. Good day, Mr. Nook. Something shell. Good day, Mr. Nook. Give me all the bell. And from here we're gonna go like all the way across. Didn't want to go down. So we're going all the way across. Looking for Joan. You're not Joan. You're Kangaroo. Check if there's anything on the message board. Pitfall on A5. Pretty sure we found that all. I'm actually not sure if we found that already. That was A5. Yeah, because that was actually probably the same day that we played as Jonathan, so... Oh, awesome. Found John already. Sunday morning. I know already. 83, okay. Okay, so then we'll go and just check for Gulliver, find out who the next visitor is going to be, and if there's anything lost and found. Oh, wait, actually, should also just quickly say hi to Alfonso. I think we've missed him the last couple of times I've been here, but not this time. Oh. I want to say hi to Alfonso. There we go. Suddenly disappearing, yeah. It's already been 2 weeks. You've been missing. You weren't here every time I stopped by, Alfonso. Welcome to Trantor from Slicer. You should move back to Trantor. I like it. Taking... I like the letter to make you want to take a nap, I suppose. It's a good call. So yeah, let's bring up our visitors list. So we're going to check that right after. Well, yeah, we're just going to quickly check for Gulliver. I feel like I haven't seen it in a while. No Gulliver today across all of my towns, okay. Oh, there's Joan again. Any goings on? Red. Seriously, I have 6 towns. Where are we? We're in Pretoris. And we don't have a single Gracie visit coming up. March 10th. So that is Thursday, right? And then anything lost. There's something lost. Oh, okay, so our next visitor is on Monday, but that's Katrina, so Tuesday, so I guess Wednesday is the next day we're going to be able to find out, because Wednesday we'll be able to find out the next Trantor and Cousteau's visitor. Winnipeg we probably won't be able to find out until Thursday even, because Red will be coming on Tuesday at 6 till Wednesday at 6, like 6 p.m. or whatever. So, unless Wednesday we're ending up selling turnips in Winnipeg, which is the ideal situation, but oh yeah, there's the pitfall. So we didn't find that yet, but we found it now. We hadn't found that yet. Okay, though I just need to swap out memory cards one more time. Second last time, I think. So we can head back to Trantor. Okay. And then I'm leaving. Let's also figure out what turnip price spikes are going to be. So in Trantor, well, 100 times 8 is 800, so that's 792. Praetoris. Okay, well, 80 would be 640, but then 3 would be another 24. So that would be 664. Meltorque 4. 77. Well, again, 80 is 640, so then that would be minus 24. So that would be 616. Yeah. Winnipeg 122. Well, 100 would be 800, and then 20. 800. 20 would be 160, so that puts us in 960. And then another 2 would be, so that would be 76. Custodes. That's just one, another 20. That's just another 8 on 616 we got, so that's 624. I think my math is all correct here. And then 103 would be 824. I believe all of that math is correct. Anybody notices any mistakes in there, feel free to point them out. I don't think anyone moved. Good stuff, good stuff. So, now we need to go and actually buy turnips. Our turnip town is Meltorque 4. Let's go and drop all this junk. And let's go grab money to bring over there. And, yeah, so we have about an hour left. So we probably, hour left, probably want to do, I'm not gonna have time for 5 full sets. So maybe 3 full sets. Full set being, you know, the turnip I can buy with this much money. My inventory full of money can buy a single set. Oh, just need to swap out the memory card once more. So we're going to Meltorque 4. Okay. That should be the final time I have to swap out the memory cards. swap out memory cards today. Yeah. So let's go back to Meltork 4. Okay, I don't think anyone moved out. Oh, somebody must have. So somebody had 7 villagers yesterday? I counted them up. Maybe somebody did move out. Yeah, somebody did move out. Wait. Lulu moved out, didn't she? We'll find out for sure later. When we get back, we'll check. But yeah. And we'll probably have another. Currently at 6, so we'll probably have someone else move out because we're going to be doing. Dropping this money, doing a trip back, grabbing some more money, bring it here, dropping it off, doing a trip back. Some more money, bring it back, and then that's probably we're going to do 3 sets. We might only have time for 2 sets, but we're going to try for 3. I don't see us having time for more. How long has it been? We've seen each other like more than half a dozen times today or over. Because saw each other traveling from Trantor to Novum, from Novum to Custodes, from Custodes to Winnipeg, from Winnipeg to Meltork 4, from Meltork 4 to Praetoris, from Praetoris back to Trantor. Okay, so it was actually half a dozen times, and now back to Meltork 4. So this is the 7th time we've seen Rover today, and he's like, how long has it been? Really, buddy? Really? You're gonna try playing me like that? Okay. He just doesn't remember my name without thinking of without struggling. Let's just clear out some space for my money over here. It's amazing how much money, and I mean, if I have more letters like on me, I could bring even more money, but I don't like keeping my letter inventory too full. So there's one set of money. I'll drop another set over on the other side, and something along. Well, actually, the 3rd one we're just going to use right away. So. Hey, Tree Frog. Am I home? Animal Crossing. I'm currently in Meltork 4, heading back to my main town to pick up some more money. Come back to Meltork 4. I'm going to be buying turnips in Meltork 4, so I'm just bringing over. I'm thinking 3 full inventories worth of money, so this is my first that I just brought over. How's it going? How are you doing this today? Yeah, because I've just spent the past... I think we got from the lighthouse task? Sure. think I have that. That would be, I have that in Slicer's house, yeah. I'll show that right as soon as we get back to Trantor. Okay. Yeah, I've spent the last hour or so traveling between all of my towns to figure out the turnip prices in each of them. Takes a bit of time when you have 6 towns. We did confirm today and made use of the fact that you don't actually have to travel back to your main town before traveling to another town. So we went from Trantor to Novum, then from Novum straight to Custodes, from Custodes to Winnipeg, from Winnipeg to Meltorc 4, from Meltorc 4 to Praetoris, from Praetoris back to Trantor, and now we're backing and forth between Trantor and Meltorc 4 a couple of times to bring money over. Did the game suddenly get quieter? There's headphone. Actually fine on this side. I don't know. Maybe it's my ear. Maybe it's the headphone bud. This earbud. I don't know. Suddenly seems quieter on this end, but the other one seems fine. Oh, let me just kill this cockroach. So that would be this chocolate bar on the ground here is what we got from the lighthouse. Yeah. Can't quite tell what that says on this side there, but yeah. Okay. Okay, now we need to grab some more money. Also, 2 letters in here. So, okay, so Lulu did move out after the after the first trip, and then Boris moved out after this trip. Okay, enjoy your lurk, tree frog. Enjoy your lurk. I'm gonna have to start using this one. It feels weird, but the other one, I don't know why the other one is suddenly quieter. Or I could use both. I don't know, it's always felt weird to me using both when I'm streaming. Except for, I guess when I'm doing Star Wars RPG, I generally do that. Just my own voice sounds weird when I have both headphone earbuds in at the same time when I'm talking. I think my own voice sounds weird. But really I just need to do it more and then I get used to it. That's really all there is to it. Okay, so onwards we go. To Meltorc 4 once again. It's 11:08. I really should be doing this anyway, because having both headphones in it, even still, I'm just noticing certain stuff that I didn't notice before, because yeah, cause it is stereo sound, so it is not identical stuff going to both headphones. Both sides. Okay, and there is Blanca. Blanked on Blanca's name. How do you even do that? Just by saying you blanked on her name, you should be able to remember it. Okay, we're just gonna do it. Well, that's the wrong color. Okay, now we're just doing a quick random globe. It's Sunday, so we don't really have time for anything extravagant. Face beggars can't be face choosers. You are welcome. Oh, I have a Discord notification. Probably just going live notification. Yes, indeed. I thought I saw that even or on notification on Twitch as well. Okay, so I'll drop this money over here. And then we'll do one more full set of money. And then hopefully we have time to see. We might end up only having time for buying 2 full sets of turnips, but we'll see. We'll see. A lot of it's going to depend on RNG of how long it takes us to find Joan each time. Because if we find Joan, like, very quickly each time, it won't take long at all. Well, it'll still take long because finding her is only one of the aspects of the time. The bigger thing is the actual buying of turnips, but thing is, I don't think we're not gonna have an issue even with this taking this trip of getting 2 full sets. So like getting money for a 3rd set isn't gonna prevent us from getting a 2nd set. We just might not have time for a 3rd set, so that's fine. So getting the 3rd set of money is still the right call. That's always the tricky thing. It's just like, because like if getting a 4th set prevented us from getting a 2nd set, yes, that would be an issue. But 3rd set isn't going to prevent us from getting a 2nd set, so that's not an issue. Otherwise, we're all good. Good in the neighborhood. Grab the 3rd set, and then we'll go start buying turnips. Shouldn't have anyone else having moved out. Yeah, because we're at 5, so can't have anyone else move out at the moment. Give it time. Make a deposit, please. Oh, other way. Because choosing to make it a technical ranking withdrawal. Need to put this money away. There we go. There we go. Yeah, definitely hoping we get a price spike in Winnipeg first. Because, like, obviously we're buying Meltork 4. Selling Meltork 4 is 8 times profit. Selling Custodes is only very slightly more. Protors is a bit more, but still not too much more. Trantor is... that's a decent chunk more. Winnipeg Egg, though, is... Trantor, the Novum is even more, and Winnipeg is really good. I'll wait till after we've actually bought the turnips, then we're going to do the math to figure out just how much profit we'd be getting in each of the towns. Obviously we know, like I said, Meltork 4, that's 8 times, that's easy math. Because that's just, you know, price spike in the town you bought them in is always 8 times. Okay. Have we... how long has it been? This is the ninth time we're seeing each other today? No, more than... 10th? 11th? We did have the one time where we had Blanca. But, I don't know. Some people. Okay. 11-16. Yeah, so we'll definitely have time for the 2 full sets. Might have time for the 3rd. Just remains to be seen how it goes. How the turnip throws. Why is the turnip throwing? I lost this. I lost the logic of what I was saying. I lose the logic of what I'm saying a lot of the time. Okay. That's where Boris moved to. Tired of the Trantor life, I suppose. Decided to move here to Meltork 4. I mean, I will say this. I think this town does suit him a bit better than Trantor did. The chaotic, lawless town of Meltork 4. Okay. Just need to find June so we can buy ourselves some turnips. Okay, not in quadrant 1, on to quadrant 2. It's been a while since we've actually even bought turnips in this town, which is very clear based on just how much junk and such is lying around, how much weeds and all the tree stumps. Because nowadays what I do is, I don't know how much I even would clear out acres ahead of time previously, whereas now it's like, okay, we're going to be buying turnips. Let's clear out the acre. Yeah, so we do this straight down here. Highly doubt Joan can be in this acre, but we check it every time just to be on the safe side. She can be in this acre, and she can be hidden behind the museum. It's happened a few times to me. I've like searched the whole town, like not this specific town, but like a whole town, find her, go through again, and then find her in the museum acre, because she had been behind the museum when I went by initially. Just a thing that can happen. Thing you gotta watch out for. Nibbles. Okay. Lake Acre, which again I don't think she can be in the Lake Acre. Okay. On to the final quadrant. Oh, actually, okay, so I apparently start from this. Hey, welcome in, how do I say your name? Cody? Let me know. Yeah, this is not my main town. It's a secondary town, which is why it's so weed-filled. How do I do my exploration of... Okay, like that. So follow the river initially. Yeah, my main town I keep nice and, clean. My additional towns, because I have a total of 6 towns at the moment, so my additional towns I don't really clean up and except as needed. Like, we'll be cleaning up 2 or 3 of the acres in here today. For my, as I'm going to be buying a bunch of, just a shit ton of turnips. How's it going? How are you doing this fine Sunday? Ah, there we go. Here's Joan. So let's clear out the acre. My favorite villager is Alfonso. What about you? Who is your favorite villager? Cleared out the outer edge, which gives me a good, like, quick point of, like, okay, if I go any further than that is where, and then we'll clear out some over here. Overall, though, I think we're going to mainly wait until I need the space to clear up more weeds. Francine. Which is Francine again? Francine Animal Crossing. Oh, okay, yeah. I know Francine from Pocket Camp. But I don't think she's in this Animal Crossing. Yeah, she wasn't introduced in this one yet. But I have seen her in Pocket Camp. Okay. Crushes or Chrissy, yeah. Yeah. Also not introduced yet in this one, but again, I'm familiar with her from Pocket Camp. Because I haven't played any of the main ones other than this one. I've just played this one and Pocket Camp so far. Eventually plan to play through all of them. But yeah. Also, even Pocket Camp I haven't played in ages. Okay. 1123. In the first game, yeah, it was a Japanese only. Yeah. But this is not the Japanese version. This is the North American version of this one, so that's what I meant. Okay. Let's go. Buying all the turnips. So, yeah, we're probably going to get 2 full sets of turnips, like, full set being the amount I can buy with my inventory just, like, completely full of money. What that buys me is what I call a full set. I'm pretty sure it's just going to be 2 full sets. We might get the 3rd. It'll depend on how lucky we get with finding Joan on our subsequent attempts. Might also depend on how long it takes us to buy. Ah, crap. Did not mean to press that. Okay. Got bored with New Horizons. You play a lot of New Leaf. Nice, nice. Yeah, so far, I'm working on 100%ing this one. And then once I've successfully 100%ed this game, then I'm going to be moving on to Wild World and 100% that. Then City Folk, 100% that. Then New Leaf, 100% that. Then New Horizons, 100% that. And then we'll see where the series is at that point. If there's additional main games at that point, which, with how long it's going to take me, there very likely could be. But once I caught up on the main games, then move on to the spin-offs. Eventually, 100% the entire series. That's the plan anyway. But who knows how long that'll take. For all we know, you know. I mean, I still don't know how long this one will take. I know it's going to take at least till December 24th, but it could take longer. Likely will take longer. Well, we'll see. Depends on a bunch of factors, like, you know, how hard I go at the turnip market. That's one of the big things right now is the turnip market, using that to max out my savings account. 999,999,999. Wild World and City Folk are very similar, but they're not identical. That said, City Folk, I think it's when you start your character in City Folk, you do have the option of importing your catalog from Wild World. So that will at least speed up the process of me 100%ing City Folk, because I'll already have the catalog from Wild World, and then it's just about getting, you know, anything that got added in with City Folk. So, City Folk, at least as a result. So it's similar, but different enough that I'm still going to count it, that I'm counting it separately, but it's also, because of the connection, it'll go faster. Yeah. But that's the future. First we have to worry about this game. Okay. Which Animal Crossings have you all played? Is it just New Leaf and New Horizons that you've played, or have you played any of the earlier ones? Final 3 bags. Okay. Ah, oh. It's like, where did Joan go? 'Cause she was just like in the corner, and then I'm like, uh-oh. First thing you play with City Folk. Okay, don't remember much because the time got bored with it faster. Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to, as I work through all the games, just like seeing how just seeing things like quality of life improvements. Like, I don't know how the inventory in Wild World, City Folk, and New Leaf is, but I do know like New Horizons allows for a much bigger inventory, which that's something that I'm looking forward to when I eventually get to New Horizons. Is just, and maybe even sooner, because I haven't looked at what the inventory is in the other ones, but because inventory in this one at least is so limited. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're only going to be getting 2 full sets of turnips today. Don't think we're going to have enough time for a third. But that's what I get for starting late. You know. And I mean, that's the thing though, even starting late, like, we're still getting some turnips, and some turnips is still better than no turnips. That's something I do need to remind myself of, because like, I know there's definitely been times where I've, like, got up late on a Sunday and I'm like, I still have time, but I don't have time to buy many, but it's like, no, I should still go for it because, you know, any progress is still progress, like, obviously, yeah, more progress is better, but even smaller amounts of progress is still good. Because we need to get that savings account maxed out so we can get the post office model, and yeah. Okay. One thing that dropped quite was the villagers themselves. In past games, they had more sass to them. They got nicer in later games. New Leaf, it's not too bad in New Horizons. They are too nice when it comes off as fake. Also, you have multiple of the same personality. Well, I mean, that they do in here as well. But if you have multiple of the same personality, like, I've definitely had that where, you know, I just hear this certain bits of dialogue, like, multiple times per day and such from different villagers. But the niceness, yeah, definitely understand, like, or the lack of sass and such, because yeah, they are definitely can be very sassy in this game. I mean, at this point, I've been playing this game so much that it's rare I see new dialogue options. At least from... I mean, I saw new dialogue options not from a villager, but from Rover today, but that was just because I did something that I hadn't really done before. Because normally when I'm traveling to towns, it's always I go from my main town to another town. If I'm going, then I go back to my main town before going to a different town. Today I'm just like, can I go from one of my secondary towns to another one of my secondary towns without going back to my main town in between? And sure enough, I could. And then Rover had different dialogue for that. Made a joke about me smuggling fruit. Want your villagers to be pricks again? Ah, yeah. Well, maybe one day. Even if that was like a customization option where it's just like, you know, you have a bar of like, okay, how sassy do you want your villagers to be able to be? Because obviously it'll still depend on like the personality types, because certain personality types will be more sassy than others, but it's just like, okay, what's like, you know, the maximum level of sass or whatever, and just setting the bar and such. That way, you know, for people, if there's anybody that doesn't want the sass, okay, they can, you know, set it low, but if for people that want the sass, they can just like turn it up to 11. That'll be a way of doing it. I feel like most people would turn it up to 11. Or at least turn it up. Maybe not all the way. Not turn it up all the way, but I feel like most people would turn it up at least a bit. Put the sass bar all the way up, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I do like the sass. I don't like sometimes when the villagers do a thing like hey, let's play this game where, you know, you're gonna end up giving me all your money and you don't have the option of saying no. That I don't like when they do that. But you know, yeah, just the sassy dialogue, that I'm all in favor of. And I do like that the later games have more control over, or actually have control over, you know, your villagers not, because that's something I don't like with this one is villagers, any villager can just move out of your town. Because there's definitely certain villagers that I'm like, cause, like I tell you that, like, you know, I am working on having every villager live in my town for at least a little bit, my main town. But there's certain villagers that I want to stay. Love playing hide and seek with them. That's also not a thing in this game, playing hide and seek. Not a thing in this game. So there's definitely things with the later games that I am looking forward to. It's like, you know, there's both the improvements and the loss of things, depending on the game. And like, I mean, one thing that I, on the one hand, am sad isn't a thing anymore, but on the other hand, for 100%ing purposes is kind of nice. So, in this Animal Crossing, which there's, you can actually get NES games. There's 19 of them, and because I'm a ridiculous person, I'm like, okay, if I'm 100%ing Animal Crossing, it also means 100%ing all the NES games within it. Just because, for my own personal 100%ing, obviously I wouldn't expect anyone else to do that, but... So, it's kind of sad that the later Animal Crossings don't have those NES games in them, but at the same time, for 100%ing purposes, that will make it easier on me. Okay. 11:30. Yeah, we're not buying 3 sets of turnips today. We're getting this one set, and then a second set, and that's going to be all we'll have time for. But hey, we at least, you know... Because we're buying here for 77 bells per turnip, and we have that 122 price in Winnipeg. If we get a price spike in Winnipeg, that's still going to be a really good profit. we'll do the exact math on it once we're done buying turnips to figure out just how good it'll be, but... yeah. Yes, me again. Something I don't understand about my Sunday morning Animal Crossing streams is when I'm doing my initial stuff, my viewership is always really low, and then as soon as I get to the point where I'm actually buying turnips, my viewership goes up, and I'm just sitting here in one spot and talking to the person down over and over buying turnips, and I'm not sure why my viewership goes up. During this portion of the stream, I don't understand it. And, like, I don't even think it's, like, because of, like, obviously, like, yeah, as I'm streaming longer, gives more time for people to show up, but, like, maybe it's just that. It just feels weird. Okay. She keeps being surprised that I can afford this many turnips, like, you know... She knows how rich I am, because, you know, she's the reason I am so rich. Turnips just, Oh, now my viewer count dropped down. See, if you talk about your viewer count, it actually goes down. It's interesting. It doesn't even matter if, like, it's what way you're talking about it, because, like, I'm not talking about it, like, in a complaining or, like, a, you know, bragging way. I'm just talking about it in a, like, a fact-based, like, oh, this is weird way. But, yeah, it's interesting. Okay. Let's go, June. Or maybe just because people realized, wait, he is just buying turnips over and over again. Why are we watching this? Oh, yeah. Well, we're almost done this set. Actually, let's do this like this. And then, yeah, then this one will actually just move up. Excuse me. There we go. This might be... where'd she go now? We might now reach the you're out of money instead of the... We might reach our bag is full again, or we might reach the... Oh, we're out of money on this. Go. $11.42. So yeah, we'll buy one more set after this, and then that'll probably push us past 12. And what else do we have to do yet today? We have a few things to do yet today. I know we have to play as Samantha a bit yet. We could play as Jonathan a bit, but I don't think we're going to do that today. It's just the one thing we have to do with him, so that's not a time-sensitive thing. Not that the Samantha thing is technically time-sensitive. It's just, you know... it'd be nice to do. Also, the thing we have to do with Samantha isn't something that would take very long. Not that, honestly, the thing we need to do with Jonathan is take that long either. It just involves traveling to another town, which in my head always like, oh, that's such a long... Really, traveling to another town, like, yes, like, it does take a bit of time, and which is why, like, multiple trips back and forth is definitely a time-consuming thing. With just like a single trip isn't really that big of a time commitment. But yeah. Okay. So what do we think? Are we gonna... Is Joan eventually gonna... Yeah, is Joan gonna give us the euro of money, or your inventory is full? Line first. Or next. I mean, like, once we're, you know... Which of those is gonna happen, yeah, next? And any guesses? I'm gonna guess it is gonna be the... euro of money. Ooh, I was right. And I also even got... guessed it right before it actually happened. Okay. That's cool. It's like I'm psychic or something. Or I just have a good sense for this from having done it so much, but... I prefer the psychic theory. That leaves us with 899 bells. Okay, so what acre is this? F1. Where's my mouse? There we go. So, turnip acre F1. How many? We'll maybe count them up later. So now we need to go grab a second set of money. Wait, where? Second set of money, and then find Joan again. And yeah, that's all we're gonna have time for is the second set. We're not gonna have time for the third set. But we didn't know that. I mean, I was fairly certain of it, but I was like, you know, we're gonna try it. And if nothing else, like, we still have that money here for, like, you know, yeah, the other set of money for if next Sunday or a future Sunday, like, we need to buy future Sunday where we need to buy turnips again. We'll already have some money here, and then we can save time on that. Similarly, like if we end up selling turnips here, we are going to just leave a good chunk of the money here for future purposes. Because eventually I want to have just, each of my towns just have 5, you know, full sets of money, which, yeah, this is, you know, a full set of money. Let's see what's in my inventory at the moment. Have 5 full sets of money lying around on the in front of the train station in each of my towns. I do want to, and this is something I should get around to doing, is getting creating like all 4 characters in each town. Because like obviously I already have all 4 characters in my main town, and here in Meltork 4 and in Praetoris. But in Winnipeg I'm still only at 3, and Custodes and Nova might just have 1 each. And the reason for this is because if you have stuff in front of the train station, or at least if you have money in front of the train station, and you create a new character, the money in front of the train station goes to the lost and found. And of course, you know, well, up to 20 bags of money goes to the lost and found. If more than that, it'll just disappear into, you know, void. So it'd be nice to create, you know, full sets of characters in each of those towns before I'm leaving money in front of the train station. And you might be like, well, Eric, couldn't you just leave the money literally anywhere else other than the train station? And yes, I could. But train station is a nice place to leave it, just because it's like right when you come into town, you know, it's right there and such. And both for just like, you know, that's where you can drop it nice and quickly, but then also you need to bring up anything you're bringing back with you. Because like I said, 5 full sets leave in the town, but like anything else I bring back with me to, you know, put in my savings account. Since, you know, that's the whole point of making all this money, or the main point is, you know, maxing out my savings account. Secondary thing is I do like using some of it to just pay off my other characters' debts so I can get them to a full-size house, and get all the statues in front of the train station in each town, ideally, because that'd be nice, just, you know. But aside from that, like, that's you know, relatively minor amounts of money in the grand scheme of things. And a lot of people talk about, like, you know, paying off the debt and just like this massive cost, and to me it's like, yeah, paying off the file debt is just, that's minor in the grand scheme of things. I mean, when I have, you know, what am I at, like, in my savings account with Rick here, I'm at like 238 million bells or so, I believe. Like, and paying off all of the debts is like, is that even a million? I don't think it's even, it might be just over a million. I'm actually not sure. I don't remember exactly. It's been a while since I had to pay off any debts with any characters. Because Rick, I, like, you know, paid off all his debts within like the first month, and so that was over a year ago. Yeah. Where is Joan at? So this one we follow the river. Here we go. Oof, this is a bit of a mess in this acre. So we'll toss those fossils somewhere else. And actually, I think also the so first clear out those. Actually, first let's go clear out the outer edge, just so you have a good, easy way of being like, okay, this is the outer edge. Oh, 1 second. We got a bot in chat. Ban. Trying to sell me followers. As if, you know, that's really something that I need to buy followers. Nope. I get followers the old-fashioned way, by being, you know, kind of funny, fairly informative, decently good-looking, and playing a wide variety of games. Okay, let's, clear out all the junk. The apples will leave. No, we're not going to bother with. Honestly, I shouldn't be bothering with the seashells either, but yeah. Oh, wait. Didn't drop everything there. Yeah, I'm not going to bother with actually the rest of the seashells. I will clear out the tree trunks, though, and then the weeds will just clear out as we're dropping stuff, I think. Okay, let's go. Let's go, Joan. Let's go. Woo, woo. Yeah, it's 11:54. Yeah, we are not getting that third set done. This set is going to take us definitely past 12. Okay, that's fine. We're starting late, like I said. 2 full sets is not at all shabby. And because, like, how late did we start? Like, we've been live for 2 hours 11 minutes, so 9:43 or so. So we started like an hour 43 minutes. We'll say an hour and a half. Well, yeah. Yeah, later than when we wanted to start. So, yeah, had we started on time, we'd be able to do 5 full sets. Because, like, half an hour, that should be enough for 1 full set, yeah. So, yeah, we do need to be starting at 8 a.m. And of course, next week when we do this, we'll have even more towns to check. So ideally we should be starting even earlier, but eventually we're going to have to start at 6 a.m. on Sunday streams. Like I said, for now, we want to experiment with starting at 8 a.m. We're trying to. And if we can get to the point of consistently managing that... Wait. That's a little offset. Yeah, we can get to the point of consistently managing that, then we can, like... Or not even consistently managing that, but, like, just getting closer to that, and then work on, like, 7 a.m., and then if we need to from there, work on 6 a.m. Not much point in starting too much earlier than that. Because Joan doesn't show up until 6 a.m. So... starting before she shows up would just mean we'd have to, you know, be increasing them we'd have to just be doing more than 1 sweep over town then. And yes, the sweep to find Joan, as we see in like our secondary towns, is a lot faster than our full sweep of our main town, but it still means, you know, so rather just do the 1 sweep doing our regular stuff and finding Joan in the same go for our main town. So yeah, we will stick with. So we won't. I mean, I'm saying we won't start earlier than 6 a.m. as if, you know, I'm assuming that the 6 a.m. thing is even going to end up happening. Couldn't even manage 8 a.m. this morning. Couldn't even manage 9 a.m. and that's what, you know, has been officially on the schedule for, like, ever. Well, not forever, but, like, for ages. It is what it is, though. Just gonna take it 1 step at a time. Yes. Oh, bag is full. Once again, bag is full. Yes, my friend. Okay, grab another 3 bags of money. Where did you go? Here we go. Okay, it will be interesting to see though. This is now, like, we are at least, 2 weeks in a row of doing turnips. After, have been inconsistent for a while. If we can at least be consistently going and buying turnips every Sunday, even if, yeah, some Sundays are less than we'd like. Every little bit counts, and especially, even if we are buying less sets on a given Sunday, as we're getting more and more towns, like, there's higher and higher chance of, like, getting more of a variation in prices. So, like, which leads to higher and higher chance of bigger profits, because, like, for instance, let's say we had a price of, so we had a price of 60 bells that we were buying turnips for. 60 bells per turnip in one town. And another town had 120. So that would be, one town would have exactly double. In that case, selling, 2 full sets of turnips, buying in the cheap town, selling in the expensive town for a price spike, that would be equivalent to, 4 full sets that you buy and sell in a single town. So, like, so yeah. So all 5 full set. So I mean, actually taking that into account, like, because of also the lower the price is, the more turnips in a set, which also means the longer it takes to buy them. Which is also then we do have to be, like, cognizant of is that, like, that, yeah, when prices are cheaper, it's going to take us longer, so we'll might not be able to buy as many, or spend as much money on turnips, because we're buying more turnips, but then if we still sell them. So I do maybe need to start keeping track. I mean, what I might need to start doing is looking at less of how many sets of turnips I'm buying, just actually how many turnips I'm just straight up buying. Because, yeah, because a set can vary quite a bit. Set is just easier to, like, quickly think about, because it's just like, oh yeah, full inventory is worth the money, buy as much as I can with that, that's a set. With, otherwise I have to actually, like, individually count up the turnips, so that takes time. Not, like, much time, but it takes time. And technically this set is going to be slightly less than the other set, just because of the fact that, well, because when we brought the money over, we filled up our, on the first go we filled up our money, like, fully, right? But then we just drop all but 9,999, and then we go get another set of money, so, like, 9,999 was part of that first set. We ended up being part of the first set we bought, but isn't part of this set. Just because I'm doing it in, like, when I'm doing the bags, I'm doing it with, like, 30,000 bags. See, my main town, that's not a concern, because there it's always running to the post office in between and just grabbing it. But here I'm, bringing the money and just dropping it on the ground, so I can bring over multiple sets of money in one go rather than, yeah. So I just find that works better. But, it is what it is. We got it going on and all that. We know what we're doing. Egg is full once again. Clearing out the weeds. Nice. That actually, those went exactly where I wanted them to. Okay. So now we've got where all the money is actually, you know, usable, none on the ground or in letters. We still have, you know, our bag filling up a couple of more times before we actually run out of money, but so each time we talk to her until we run out of money, each time will be a bit longer as our inventory slowly empties out. And yeah. Live for 2 hours, 21 minutes. Well, 22 now. Just thinking what we want to do all after we finish with buying turnips. Obviously, like, yeah, go and, like, head back and, you know, check a few things, but do around a balloon fight. I'm almost wondering if we want to take the time to create another town today. I don't think we actually do want to create another town today. So game audio a little off again. Weirdly, I don't think it was. Okay. Or at least it wasn't very off by much. Yeah, obviously we did not create quite as many towns during this past week as I was hoping to, but because of 2 stream cancellations and the later stream yesterday, I decided, and also like just in general, I don't think I'm gonna be creating towns on Saturdays because it's in the evening and, you know, it's darker out. It's a bit harder to recognize the color of like the train station roof at night. I have enough trouble with that during the day of trying to tell which train station it is when we create the town. Because for anyone unaware, what I'm trying to do is create. I need 15 towns to get each of the different train station variations. Because train station can be, you know, made of either wood, metal, or brick, and then within that, each of them has 5 different color variations, and each one has its own train station model. And other than using codes, the only way to get all the train station models is to have towns with every train station. And because we're only using codes for things you can only get via codes, that's why I need 15 towns for that. So, yep. We're up to 6 so far, so still need another 9. And we're also going to create another additional 3 past that, because we also, there's 18 islanders, and we want 1 town for each islander, because I am a ridiculous person who does ridiculous things. Okay. But I mean, hey, that's why y'all love me, apparently. I think. Okay. You know. That's, you know, part of, you know, excelling as a streamer is, while you can take, you know, ideas from other streamers and look at what they've been successful with, part of it is definitely finding what works for you and what your niche is. Depending on what that niche is, it might be easier or harder to build a audience, because like certain, you know, niches are, you know, I mean, part of it is, you know, making a stream that you would want to watch, and then finding the other people that would want to watch that stream. And for certain streams, there's going to be more people out there that want to watch it than there are for other types, but, you know, you're not going to be successful. Actually, as I was going to say, you're not going to be successful if you're not doing things in the way that's right for you, although that's not necessarily true. Technically, I guess, if you're doing things in a way that's not good for you, but you can do stuff in a way that's not good for you, like, you know, mentally or whatever, but it's still good for building an audience. So you might be successful, but then you won't be happy. You might be like I should say, like, you know, you might be like successful financially or with an audience or whatever, while not being like mentally successful. There's different types of success. That's what I'm saying. My niche is, you know, doing all sorts of ridiculous. I mean, my niche is beating and working towards 100%ing like as many different games as I can, kind of. I don't know. Like, people think of me as the 100%er person, the person that 100% games. I think of myself as the person who's working towards 100%ing a bunch of games, just because of how few games I've actually 100%ed to my satisfaction. Like, I mean, part of that is just because of, you know, how ridiculous I go with what I consider part of 100%ing a game, but because like so many times where people are like, well, I should say so many times, but I've had people, it's like, what's your favorite game to 100%, or what's your favorite game that you've 100%? And I'm like, at the time it was like, well, I have a grand total of one game that I've actually 100%ed to my own satisfaction, so by default it's Super Mario World. I mean, Super Mario World is a game I really love. But yeah, now at Adventures of Lolo, I also have 100% just because that one, well, that one I couldn't really think of anything beyond just beating it. So it was like, I beat it, I'm like, oh, well, that's about it for that game, I guess. But yeah. But we're working towards it we're hard at work here with Animal Crossing. And I've also made two of my goals for the year were 100%ing games, Mario Brothers and Ice Climber. So we'll see how it goes. And yeah. And I am like working toward like, well, I mean, obviously, like with Animal Crossing, I have like all these notes that I like, you know, have below me that I switch up. Like right now we're on the turnip notes, but I have like, you know, the general percentage stuff, various lists of things I need, various, you know, the visitors page, various different things for that. And for like for other games I work on percenting. For other games I just have like one page per game, or one like, you know, text source per game or whatever. But you know, as I get that stuff, notes more filled out for more and more games, it does become easier, because then I'm like, okay, I have a better idea of what I'm working towards, have it more organized. And yeah. And certain games, like, I'm never going to 100%. Certain games, it's always going to be working towards it, never reaching it, because it's just always like, oh, well, I've done this, but I can still do that. It's like, yeah. What I've talked about before, like, just because of the way my brain works, I'm like, oh, well, I could still, like, you know, max out that number. I could max out that number. Sometimes it's like, well, I could work towards maxing out that number, but it's going to go high enough that it's just, I'm never actually going to reach it. Right? Like, can we drop one here? Yeah, and that's they must have shown weird eyes just because they wanted to. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Also, welcome in, Pyronite. How's it going? How are you doing this fine Sunday? I should not be like confused on what day it is when I'm buying turnips. Like that, you know, Joan is here. That means it's Sunday. See. her eyes just have a, like, D-pad in them. Okay. I should quick drink. Okay. See, so we've got our... This will be the time where we run out of money. We're not going to fill up our inventory again. I don't think. Actually, wait. No, I think we're going to, yeah, run out of money on this go. This is the final chunk we can buy, because it's past 12, so as soon as we leave the acre, Joan will vanish. Until next Sunday. So yeah, it's just the 2 sets we managed to buy today. 2 full sets rather than 5 full sets, as is ideal. Or the 3 sets that I was hoping for earlier. Because I already knew, you know, when we started late that we weren't going to be getting 5 full sets today. Oh, my. Love to have goat eyes like a real goat. Oh, yeah. Actually, I want to put this one over here like that. Goat people's a victim mind science. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yes. Okay, otherwise, then, okay, let's actually do the math here to figure out... Actually, first let's mark down F3. So we have our turnips in F1 and F3 here in Meltorque 4. Okay, then let's do the math. So first of all, let's just make sure we also got all the math right. So 99 times 8 equals 792, which divided by 77 equals... So that's about 10.3 times profit. Then 83 times 8, 664. Yeah, I did that right. Divide that by 77 equals 8.6 times profit. 77 times 8 equals, yeah, 616. That is 8 times profit, because that's the town we bought them in. 122 times 8 equals 976. Yeah, I did that right. Divided by 77 equals 12.7 times profit. Okay, that's definitely where we're hoping to sell them. 78 times 8, 624. We did that right. Divided by 77. It's like 8 times 8.1 profit. And then Novum 103 times 8. Hey, I got all my price spikes right just doing that in my head earlier. Divided by 77 equals 10.7. Okay. Just shrink that a little bit so that it's not going over. There we go. Okay, so obviously we're hoping for a price spike in Winnipeg first, because we spent just a little over $1 million bells. we could be getting, well, over, honestly, because it was over $1 million, so it'll be over 13 million if we sell them in Winnipeg. So that'd be the ideal situation, but really anything is profit. Any price spike. And we have 6 towns, so like, the chance of us not getting a price spike is, you know, pretty low. As long as we'll be like, as long as we play regularly, we're almost guaranteed to get a price spike, multiple price spikes, even. So that is awesome. But yeah, Winnipeg is definitely what we're hoping for. Novum or Trantor would be decent. Trantor, I guess, would be nice. Well, Trantor is only the 3rd highest. It is also the one, you know, that's my main town, so it would be the most convenient for being able to like deposit my money right away as I sell the turnips. Meltork 4 would be the least ideal because of the fact, I mean, it would be the fastest because it would be, you know, selling the turnips in the same town they're in, but it would be like the least profit. So actually, Custodes would actually be the worst option because it only has slightly more profit than Meltork 4, but it has the added travel. It has a travel time between towns added in, so that would actually, yeah, Custodes would be the worst because of that. Because the added travel time with only slight increase in profits. Say, honestly, Praetoris is only slightly more than that, so... Hoping for Winnipeg or Trantor. Novum would be decent as well. So yeah, basically my hope is Winnipeg, because of the biggest profit. Trantor, you know, not the 2nd most profit, but, you know, 3rd most profit, but, you know, it's where my, you know, easier on getting my money in my savings account. Then Novum, because of, you know, being the 2nd most profit. Then Meltork 4, lowest profit, but at least it would be faster. Then Praetoris. Then Custodes at the bottom. That's kind of my order of things. Visitors, yeah, we already looked over that. Nothing really of interest until Tuesday. I mean, yeah, Katrina comes on Monday, but we won't actually be seeing her on Monday. Unless we get a price spike on Monday and we end up going later. She doesn't show up till 9 p.m. I hope that isn't the case on Monday, that we don't end up going past 9 p.m. on Monday, though, because, you know, Tuesday I work at 4 a.m. Anyway, let's go grab my stuff again. And then... Okay, airmail, gyroid, maple leaf. Maple leaf went here. This goes here. Airmail. Down here. Gyroid here. And my axe right here. There we go. Back to a proper inventory. That's the way we like it. None of my calorie numbers should have gone up, but let's just confirm that. We definitely had it happen where I've said, none of my numbers should have gone up, and then we check and one of them did, and I'm like, what? It should be 581 on furniture. Yep. 66 on both wallpaper and carpet. Yes, indeed. 244 clothing. 63 on items. All 64 stationery. All 127 gyroids. All 25 fossils, and music's at 38? Yes, 38. 17 songs to go. Don't need any more stationery at the moment. Can't wait till we finish off the music. Because that'll just be a nice... I mean, that's just... Well, for multiple reasons. First of all, just because, you know, completing stuff is nice. But then also not having to do a Saturday evening stream followed by a Sunday morning stream. Okay, now let's put our money back. Oh, other way. Back to 30,000. There we go. 238, 769, nice, 364. Okay. So, depending on where, if we get the price back in Winnipeg, that could put us to 250 million. Honestly, even Trantor or was it Novum could, because like I said, it is more than $1 million that we spent, but I don't feel like doing the exact math to figure out exactly how much more. But yeah. And anyway, let's go do a round of balloon fight. And yeah, we did not do very well yesterday. See if we can't do a bit better today. Because yeah, for anyone who's new here or otherwise unaware, there are 19 NES games here in Animal Crossing, and as part of 100%ing Animal Crossing, I'm trying to 100% all 19 of the NES games within it as well. Because I am a ridiculous person who does ridiculous things. So far, we've 100%ed one of them, Donkey Kong Jr. Math, which was definitely the easiest to 100%. Currently, main focus is here on Balloon Fight. We have played at least a bit of all of them. Well, at least all the ones I've played within Animal Crossing. I've played at least a bit of all the 16 that I have. There's 3 that I don't have, but those ones I have played outside of Animal Crossing at least, so I know what I'm getting into with them still. Yeah. Because the 3 that I'm still missing are Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and The Legend of Zelda. Mario Brothers we need to get via an e-reader card, which, you know, currently it's from the Series 4 pack of e-reader cards. Series 4. Currently there's no... Ooh, that's bad. Lone Mario Brothers card on eBay, at least not that ships to Canada. But there is an unopened Series 4 pack, so I have that on my future purchase list out of the hopes that it'll contain the Mario Brothers card. But we'll see. We already bought one and it didn't, so try again. And Super Mario Brothers Legend of Zelda never had a legitimate way of getting them released, so we'll have to... I mean, my current plan is learn how the e-reader dot codes work, and then figure out how to make my own cards to get those too. But I have no idea. That's not something I've really... I mean, my hope is actually somebody else figures it out so that I can just be like, okay, go and grab it. That's not ideal. Losing a balloon right after a bonus round, because I have to wait till the next bonus round to get our balloon back. But it is what it is. But yeah, hoping somebody else figures it so I don't have to, you know, figure out myself. But if it comes down to it, we will see if we can't manage to figure out. Do not go. There we go. That was going in the water. There we go. And then phase 9. Okay, just the one left. So I just need to. Oh, where is the lightning? Okay, that's fine. Excellent. And bonus round now. Get our balloon back. Awesome. Awesome possum. Let's go. Bonus round. If that is your real level name. Okay, so technically it would be bonus phase. That's what the levels are called in this game, is phases. Well, they're not in the phase number, because, like, you know, part of the ones are on phase 9, now we're on phase 10, so the bonus phases don't actually have a, you know, number. Okay. Phase 11. Just one of them on my initial ascent on the left side. But not an issue. Phase 12. Ooh, that was nice and smooth. Oh. Bonus round again? Yes. Here we go. Bonus round, you know. Don't know if we're gonna make this. Nope. Oof, we're missing a ton of them. That is like the worst bonus round I have had in a long time. 15. Oof. Yeah, that's rough. Like, I consider getting 18 bad, and I consider, like, for myself, and getting like 19 mediocre, just because of like how much I've played it, and you know. But I'm definitely feeling a bit. You know, it might be because of the fact that normally I only have like one of my headphone earbuds in, and just having both of them in now is just throwing me off. Like once I get, because I was realizing I needed to start having both of them in. And once I get used to it, it should be fine. But for now, at least, it just feels a bit off, and that's throwing me off, I think. We haven't died yet, though, so that's the important thing. Okay. Act perfect, though. As we should be doing more. Okay, what are we at now? Phase 16. Oof, only got one of them dead before they got into the air. Okay, but we've got a good chunk of them taken out now. Well, let's keep an eye on what that lightning's doing. And that lightning. Gotcha. Phase 17. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And we just got the one guy down there. Gotcha. Phase 18. Nice, nice. Another bonus round. Good stuff. Okay. Phase 19. Need to lower down a bit. Damn it! We're doing so good. And then I just had to play around by a cloud. Which, you gotta be careful around the clouds. When the cloud starts glowing, you start going. Phase 20. Oof. Tried to take out one of my balloons there, buddy, but it did not work. That lightning go through the platform? Luckily, that was fine, but yeah. So other than that one bonus round that we only got 15, we've otherwise gotten all perfects today, I believe. Phase 22. Three. Let's go. 24. Yeah, we're getting some speedy levels here. You do that, like, you know, more often. Whew. Barely got that perfect. What I should have done it was, instead of going all the way across from the right, I should have just looped around. Okay. See, clouds first glowing, you start going, Eric. That's the way you do it. Phase 26. Nice. 27. I lost a balloon, but we'll get it back right away now, because another bonus round. Yeah, we missed one there. Yeah, I try to figure out the best thing to do in those bonus rounds. Is sometimes, you know, tricky, and then if you make the wrong decision, well, or mess up the timing, you miss out on your chance to get a perfect. He's just going in the water, so becoming fish food. Oh. Ooh, that was almost lost. There, we did lose a balloon. Let's try not to lose our other balloon. Are you going in the water? I think so. We just need to... There we go. 30. That was way too close to that lightning, Eric. That was not a risk you should have taken. Paid off. I mean, honestly, it doesn't really matter because, like, we already have died, so this already is a failed attempt, but right now we're just getting practice in training so that eventually we can get a successful attempt. It's just a matter of getting good enough. Ooh, there we go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Phase 31. Gotcha. 32. No, move, move. So knowing that lightning doesn't affect them. Okay. 33. Okay, lost the balloon, but as long as we don't lose another balloon, we'll get it back right after this, because we're on 33, so there's a bonus round coming up. Awesome. Awesome. Phase 34. Yeah, that was interesting. That one flew right through me as I was spawning in. Yeah, I was worried that was going to happen there with my death. With, like, because, you know, push into him, hurt him, but, you know, he knocks me back, and then... That could have gone badly. Phase 35. Ah, crap. Lost track of where I was. Okay, 35. Not ideal, but, you know, could be a lot worse. Okay. I think we're done with Rick. We have to do a thing with Samantha yet. Where is that? There we go. There's the list of villagers we're still waiting on, because like we're trying to get every villager to live in Trantor at some point or another, and saving a letter from each of them. 1248, yes. Samantha. Saved 160 letters in the post office, which is the most you can save there. But there's 218 villagers, so saved another 20 letters with Jake, with Slicer, and now file 18 with Samantha. Read from Snake. Absolutely no sense. Yeah, so let us officially remove Snake from the list now that we've got a letter from him. And which also means, let's do the math. 160, 200, 209, 211. Yep, that makes sense. We were at 210. So now at 211 on the villager count. Which, let me bring up my calculator. 211 divided by 218 equals 97%. Right. Okay. Sorry. Still getting used to a thing with my phone. The home button stopped working, so I used the accessibility settings to make a home button on the touch screen, but I'm still getting used to using it. Otherwise, I think we're done here with Snap. So now we're, I think, done with stream. We are going to go find somebody to... We are going to go find somebody to raid, though, so if you don't want to stick around for that, that'll be awesome. And I will be back later today at 6 p.m. with the SubRequest Sunday stream, playing some Sonic the Hedgehog CD Classic. But for now, we're going to go find somebody to raid. Let's see who is live and who we want to raid. Obviously, I know a few people that are live, including somebody who's presumably changed their... I have an email notification that somebody went live whose name I don't recognize, so somebody that I clearly have notifications turned on for, but wants to change their name. Okay, so we could raid somebody playing Elden Ring, could raid somebody playing Lost Words Beyond the Page, could raid somebody playing Final Fantasy XIV Online, could raid somebody playing I think it's going to be one of those people I just mentioned, so let me know in chat if you have preference for any of those games I just mentioned. Otherwise, I'll decide myself who we're going to go and raid. I'm also confused because the email notification I have, I don't actually see that person in my list. But, yeah, I'll worry about that after. So, and then, yeah, so I'll be streaming at 6 p.m. with SubRequest Sunday stream playing some Sonic CD Classic. And my weekday stream should all be 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Monday will be Animal Crossing followed by Blaster Master. Tuesday, just Animal Crossing. Wednesday, Animal Crossing followed by Star Wars, Knights of the Old Republic. Thursday, Animal Crossing followed by Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Friday, Animal Crossing followed by Earthbound Beginnings. Next Saturday, Animal Crossing at 6 p.m. And next Sunday, again, trying for Animal Crossing at 8 a.m. But we'll see how that goes. I mean, we'll see how all of that goes. But, yeah, so that's the schedule for the next week. And, yeah. And since nobody has a preference as to who we go and raid, I think we are going to go and raid Tree Frog Rider, one of my mods here. She was also here earlier, playing Lost Words Beyond the Page. We raided her a previous time when she was playing this game, I think maybe like a week ago or something. I'm not sure exactly when. And it's a very interesting, neat game, so we're going to go raid her again. So if you don't want to join me on the raid, you can copy and paste the raid message, join in on the raid, and yeah, thanks to everyone for coming out today. Those who chatted, those who just lurked, those who hosted, you're all wonderful people. Thank you for hanging out. It's been a blast, and I will see you all later. Let me just make sure I've copied the raid message, and bye.